Welcome to our reality, everyone. I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad you are because today we're going to be talking even more about Survivor 50. We have some catching up to do. The last time we talked about Survivor 50 was a couple weeks ago. We've had two episodes since then. So we're going to talk about the two tribal councils that we've had, the two eliminations. We've had some new storylines come up. We have actually entire new tribes to talk about, new dynamics. And of course, like I already said, a couple of people voted out in these new dynamics and anything in between that we really want to talk about. We're here on YouTube. If you want to be in the chat, feel free to hop in there. If you're here after the fact, welcome as well. Feel free to click around. You can typically figure out what we're talking about if you hover over like the thumbnails or of the timestamps, and it's there. Unless I make timestamps myself, in which case click on those. But otherwise, welcome. My name is Barrett. If you're here for the very first time, I am joined by my two esteemed survivor extraordinaires, the Zack Perez and the Nick City. And Zack, I'm gonna come to you first because you're like right below me. So I feel the need to stay in order here. Just in general, how do you feel about Survivor 50 right now? Two more episodes into this season, two more eliminations in, just everything right now. We have more Billie Eilish boomerang idols at play as well, just a lot more added to the game, as well as Zach Browns. So a lot of Zach content in this podcast maybe today. Sorry, talk about Survivor 50.
Never have I ever hated sharing the name of someone than the 24 hours of since that episode has aired. Well, 24 since that episode has aired to now. It's very good. Unfortunate. He spells it differently, thank God. But seeing my name back to back to back all the time, saying Zach is worse, Zach is worse, and it's just like, it's preparing me for if I ever do get on the show, so that's good. But it was on the incline. Survivor 50 is on the was on the incline, and then it all this production always shoots itself in the foot, and it does stuff like this, and it's like, why? Like me and Barrett know who he is. We're not like best friends with him or anything, but like we know who he is. But did anyone else? I know Nick didn't. Uh,
Never heard of him.
so it's like I can only imagine everyone else. Yeah. Oh God. I
Yeah,
understand Colton.
Yeah, Colton. Yeah. If anyone watched The
Stop, that's so
Traders,
funny.
not a good time to be Colton.
Colton. So I'm this season. It's been good so far. It's not the worst of the worst. It's not terrible by any means, but there are just little things where it's just like, why? Like you're building up so much stuff, and then it comes down. But this, it's not having. I'm not prepared for any like the next cameo that's gonna come. It's like a lingering it's like a recession. We know it's on the horizon. We know it's happening, and like or a Great Depression. Like it's coming, and we just don't want it to. It's the monster, as Jeff said. This is the monster Jeff has been talking about since season 41. The monster that is coming is on the horizon. It's just overall, we'll talk about everything, but I enjoyed it. There are still good characters in this. Questionable moves made. The BB or the BBI, the Bebby is still here. Billie Eilish boomerang idol.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
yeah, but overall, I'm still enjoying myself.
Okay. Thank you, Zach. These Nick City, sorry, Bolt Corpse. I'll come to you next. I do want to know your thoughts as well on these last two episodes of Survivor with our in the hands of the fans, the fans including Zach Brown and other celebrities that are on the horizon, and Billie Eilish as well, making her name known in these episodes, I should say. How do you feel about Survivor 50 right now?
Um, well, I don't know which hands these fans are, but like they were not mine because I don't even know who this Zach Brown character is, and he's had more
Character.
confessionals and content than people like Tiffany and Camilla have these past few episodes, which I think is
It's not even a lie, I don't
interesting.
think.
It's not. It's a straight up fact. I mean, the most we saw of Tiffany this last episode was her laying on the hammock or whatever it was while he sang, and like that was it. So, anyways, I think that these last two episodes, they were not the best. I think that the Zach Brown episode, if you take out the Zach Brown part of it, I do actually really like the episode a lot. I liked all of the post Zach Brown content, but everything before Zach Brown, you lost me. So yeah, this is actually like a straight up fact. More content than Suri Fields in Survivor 50. That should be criminal. Okay? So, yeah, I think that it was an actual tragedy this episode, besides everything that happened after this.
Also,
And yeah,
the
I don't know.
fourth
I feel like
most
the season has
confessionals.
just had like, I don't know. It's at a stagnant part right now for me. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Zach.
No, you're good. It's just the fourth most confessionals. I agree with you, Nick. Like, who? It's insane to me.
It was I didn't actually get like the runtime. I'm sure someone did of the episode that he was in, but I'll be honest, I kind of clicked through it after the fact, but it felt like 15 minutes, a 15-minute chunk of that episode. Is that fair to say? Does that
I think
feel
that's
about
more than
right?
fair.
20,
Yeah.
20.
I want to say,
Okay.
I was going to say 15, 20. Like, that was what I would ballpark it.
I was like, first off, it was kind of funny because one of the few things I know about Coach's history is that Jack and Jill clip where they watch Jack and Jill on the season, and I do adore that lore of Survivor, and so it was funny that he was like big on this reward as well, and was like trying to just have a moment with Zach Brown and like trying to be also kind of the center of attention with him. I thought that was great, but other than that, horrid television to have to watch on Survivor 50, especially one where it's supposed to be all about the fans and you turn that into like a, I don't know, we're like giving Zach Brown a Glaze segment, for what?
Mm-hmm.
Why did we do this? What was it for? So we could show off that he can spearfish, if that was apparently not even true according to Brittany Haynes, which is a weird source to have for this, but nonetheless. And yeah, I don't like, we knew that coming into this what was going to happen. We were going to have all of the celebrities. I'm glad they at least let us, we were warned about it, but watching it in action, it's like, I don't know if there was anybody that was really dying on the hill that Survivor was like a more serious show than like Big Brother, but this season is really tearing down that kind of argument for people. In large part, I think. I will point to this wholeheartedly, and I still have enjoyed elements of these episodes, but I can't say I'm like loving it when there's these just things that take you out of it so unnecessarily for a show that wants to be big on storytelling. Very odd, very weird. And I kind of want to talk about this now because I don't want to sit here the entire time talking about fucking Mr. Beast and Jimmy Fallon and who else do we still have?
I don't even know.
I think that's it.
I hope that that's it. I
Yeah.
feel like
Okay.
there's definitely another one, but I feel like,
Besides Billie Eilish, but that's
yeah.
Okay.
I think that for me, it, like you said, Barrett, it takes you out of the episode. It like derails it for me. Like, I felt like the episode was having like momentum, and then it's like all of a sudden they go to this reward, and it's like I felt like I was watching another show for like however long it was, and it really like took me out of it. Like, I was like not paying attention. I fully was on my phone, like checked out, because I was like, I don't give a fuck. And then as like it came back, I was like, oh wait, yeah, like I think it was Colby's confessional where I like came to again, and I was like, oh right, like this is Survivor. This isn't like a commercial that's on right now. Like they're mid episode, because it literally like felt like I was not watching the show for a second. It just felt so weird. I hated it.
yeah.
Another element of it, D having like the biggest emotional connection in the world to Zach Brown in the Zac Brown band. I thought it was like even crazier to then go from like the 10-15 minute segment about Zac Brown and how incredible he is and everything to then go to like D and Jonathan and on this tribe, can't remember the names, but Orange, everybody there, and they're talking like they just lost the challenge because they don't get to hang out with Zac Brown and like, I guess all the other things about going to the sanctuary. Is that what it's called, the sanctuary?
Yeah. Where good
Okay.
things happen.
Sure. Yeah, it was perfect. But
I
they were D was just like, but it was just I'm just been thinking about my childhood and Zac Brown and how much I love Zac Brown in my childhood, and I'm like,
he was always there for me.
what is going on? Like, is this just the effect of Fiji day 10 on people, or like is Zac Brown just this just can connect with people like this, except for me or us three apparently?
Well, I'll tell you what the effect is. It's her trying to get screen time. Let's just call it what it is. Ain't no damn way Zac Brown, who tried to who tried to go through a rap career a few years ago, like, mind you, no one talks about that. Yes, he tried to do rap and failed miserably.
Like Jeff.
Ain't no way someone like D, Zac Brown, has an impact to you like this. Like, first off, we're over here glazing millionaires. He has a net worth about $60 million. Like,
about to glaze a billionaire in a couple of years.
And like, let's just like that alone is just preposterous to me. Like, you can talk about all you want about like if you meet your idols or something like that. If you meet your like celebrities or anything like that, I am not going to be over here crying and like acting like they're the savior, like they're God's gift to earth. Like this, that's just too much. Like, I understand it could be like, oh, I like a song, it means so much. No, I like that. That's it. I'm not going to be over here just like, oh, oh no, we won. I'm still in this game, but we didn't win the actual reward. We didn't win Zac Brown. Stop. Okay, D, I'm not buying it at all. I'm that was the part that infuriated me the most of the episode. I'm just like, well, on top of D making very questionable decisions for coming for the Queen Suri, I was just mad at that. I was just like, it was so cringe on top of everything else. I'm just like, why are we doing this? And not only that, the reward was fish. They already get fish. I would be mad. I'd be like, oh, so he's just catching the fish. Like, that's it.
Ozzy was like, yeah, I could also do that. Like, I could also go
exactly
fish and be left out of plans while I go catch the fish. Yeah, this doesn't bode well. I don't like it at all. And yeah, you're right, Zach. There's so much. They don't have to sit there and be like, they're my favorite person ever. Actually, this is my favorite celebrity. I can't believe they bestowed this boomerang idol upon me. Actually, I don't get one. I get to just give it to somebody. Thank you, Billie Eilish. That's great. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm tired of it, and we don't. Okay, I think I'm ready to move on, but. Glad we least.
Well, we can relate it. Nick can talk about this too, but like, I much more prefer like them glazing Applebee's or Outback Steakhouse like that.
Yeah,
that's campy in itself. Like, I love Applebee's or like.
Especially when they're really hungry on Survivor,
Yeah.
It would almost make too much sense. So I get that in the past, but I think I can't remember which one of you was talking about this, but it sparked like it did just feel like an ad read, like a really extended ad read, but it was for a person, which is like, okay, that feels weird. That feels very odd to have. Like in the past, it felt like a movie segment, like in Survivor or Big Brother, where we're like, we're building up to when to see the movie, but the movie was we get to see Zac Brown. And even on The Bachelor, when they have like people singing and stuff, it's not like the country artists on the dates that they go on does like a whole 10 minutes where they hang out with them beforehand and tell them about their life and all the hobbies that they have. It's like, no, they just sing on stage like a normal person. But he like had it just felt like Jeff and him are really good friends, and this was like a favor to him to be like to look really cool for his brand. And I
See,
didn't. I'm tired. I don't want this to be what every CBS show turns into, but it feels like that's what it's gonna be.
what I thought was gonna happen whenever we just saw the previews, where it's like, where it was like Zach Brown is coming with this or whatever he said. I just thought like he was gonna be dropped off a boat and he was just gonna show up and just hang out. I would have preferred that,
Yeah.
like, over this whole thing. Like, think about it, like random celeb, like, mind you, out of all the music artists who have contributed to Survivor, on top of that, there is one country artist where they should have asked back, and it would have made complete sense. Nick, do you know who that is?
Chase Rice.
Exactly.
Ah,
Who was
The
a
fans
second?
voted for
I got it
Rice.
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
oh my
He was
God.
he was a second place finisher of Survivor, or the Sia Award. Even Rick
Oh
Devin
yes,
said.
Sia would have been. I feel like Sia would have made so much sense. Like
Even Rick
I didn't
Devin
think
said,
of
"Is it
that.
with the
Sia?"
spear pit? Yeah.
Even Rick Devin
Well,
said,
like-
"Is it Sia?"
I see a fishing segment would have been
I
great.
didn't even catch that he said that, but Sia makes so much more sense to me. Or even Chase Rice, that thought didn't even occur to me. But someone who actually played the game.
See,
Maybe that would have been a way to approach it, but
see that
Yeah.
like I saw some other people talk about how like if instead of fan watch, I know I could already see the podcast coming whenever after because they're not doing on fire or whatever. But I could already see Jeff being like, "Well, you see, it's in the hands of the fans. But guess who Survivor's #1 fan is? Me." I have to think about myself whenever I'm thinking of this. I need to think of my own hands and what I want to see in the game. That's what it is. And not only that, like we just completely
I'm
forget that Sia.
imagining a. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just like
I was
we
gonna
completely
say-
forget that Sia exists, pretty much.
Yeah. Who could forget Sia exists of all people? Wait, so did Sia have the award? It was the Sia Award at the end of the season. Is that right?
yes, and she would
Okay.
give someone money.
I
Like
ended up watching the
100,000.
clip of it when I was editing the video we made. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
But-
like 100,000, and like she would invite them to her house too. And not only that, like since they've forgotten her, like they've doubled the chickens that they've been giving people since she's been gone, and I feel like that's just an insult in itself. But because what started her like doing the Sia Award, she stopped doing it, but was there's this guy named Ty who like held a chicken, marked the chicken, and like let him live throughout the whole season. And Sia was like, "I'm giving you, I don't know, like was it like 200,000 or $100,000 and something like that." But it's just crazy to me.
I want to read a few chat things real quick. Colton said it's better when they glaze corporations rather than people. Absolutely agree. It just
Absolutely.
feels very odd to just have one person show up to be a spokesperson for themselves. And then Colton said BB25 executed people glazing better with Josh Duhamel. That was kind of unintentional, I feel like, too. That was kind of just like what
I forget that happens even because I felt like it wasn't that crazy. What did he do? Didn't he just host a comp?
There also was
Right.
a
he
cutout.
hosted a comp, but there was
The
the cardboard
cutout,
cutout
right.
that
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah, with
I get to
Matt.
hang out with Zack. I get to hang out with Josh for a whole 48 hours. He's gonna be
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, so that a little bit of that was just Matt doing his thing, I think, which was great for buddy games. That lasted one season,
One season and then it got canceled.
and then Benedette.
Oh, that's my friend Benny.
Oh, Benny. Okay, Benny says, "Do you think Survivor would be better without Jeff at this point?" I don't feel like I am at liberty to speak on that, but
I
would
say
love
yes. Absolutely. We showed for chat purposes and people listening to this, we showed Barrett the fried chicken and waffle segment from season 48, and I feel like that alone is proof in the pudding that we don't need this man anymore. He makes the show cringe. He's so out of touch with what the show wants, despite having in the hands of the fans. I still feel like we're not getting what we want. And I'm over it. I really am. I think that Jonathan, who hosts or who used to host the Australian version of Survivor, should replace him because I think he does what Jeff does, but better. And he does not get involved in production. He hosts, he snuffs their torch, and he carries on about his day until they fired him and replaced him with somebody else for
But
some dumb reason.
Australian Survivor isn't real Survivor, according to Jeff.
It's better. So
Yeah.
he's just mad.
And we're not talking about the godforsaken thing that happened episode 3 either, where it just made it even worse. Like, I was having PTSD.
Wait, what happened in episode 3? What did Jeff do in episode 3? I don't remember.
As people say, drop your buffs and what?
Can everybody snap? Everybody give me a everybody. You told everybody to snap, which doesn't.
Okay, yeah.
That's not what you do for
I don't
like a
even remember
rap.
this.
I feel like, right? That felt like an odd
Oh,
choice.
when I like blacked this out. That's how much I hated it. Like,
Oh,
no.
yeah. Sorry. If no one remembers, Jeff Probst did a full rap in episode 3 before the swap, and I still don't understand why he did it. Did you?
No.
Is there any?
He's never done it before.
Okay. I had figured he hadn't, like, that felt like a silly question to have to ask, but, like, also I just don't understand, whatever, I'm over it. We don't have to talk about it. That, and, like, there was a tribal, I think it was episode 3, where Jeff was just like, you know what, tribal was just what it should be all about. Like, just us having good banter, good conversation, it's fun. And I'm like, what do you mean? Why is that what you,
No.
when did you want that? I don't know. So I don't understand what Jeff wants Survivor 50 to be exactly either.
Jeff loves telling us what Survivor's all about without me just watching the damn show and letting me experience Survivor authentically. Every
Here's what
10
you're
seconds. This is what Survivor's all about. Shut up. I'm tired of it. Just let me watch the damn show. I know what I'm watching. We're 50 seasons deep. I get it. You don't got to remind me what the show is about, which I feel like it's not even about. Like, I feel like he has such like a warped perception of like what this show is. I hate it. I absolutely cannot stand him. Sorry, but he's not. I feel like I would prefer it if Miss Julie Chen hosted Survivor over him.
At least
I
she's
would-
surprised when things happen.
What would an episode of Survivor look like with Julie Chen Moonves hosting it?
Welcome
Just like narrating
to
the
Survivor
prompt.
50. I'm just imagining her in her like a long ass dress on like a helicopter or on top of a mountain.
I just like, I don't know. Julie messes up constantly, just even with like a teleprompter. I feel like, just like she does like these misreads that are so hilariously bad that I just on Survivor it would be even funnier to me. I don't know. Then again, though,
They could
I don't
even-
support Julie Chen Moonves in the year 2026. So I need
Well,
to
they
say
would be able to
that.
reshoot her mess ups too, which is the funny thing. So I feel like we wouldn't even like see them as much.
Or whenever the survivors are actually on the island or whatever, there are just so many takes. Like she keeps on messing up.
Gookopoulos.
Yes.
Two
Yeah.
BB25 references. Well, we are talking about Survivor 50 with Sir Field, so that's fair.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That should count as a third reference.
But well, apparently also what Survivor is about is getting concussed in the head like
Right.
Colby did. This is
Yeah,
what
let's recap
Survivor's
the
all
injuries. Yeah, there was
'Cause-
that
10 seconds.
the blindfolded challenge. You're right, because Colby got hit on the head. Anybody else get hit on the head? There was Jonathan. Jeff made it seem like he almost got his toe taken out by that block, the letter block in the
The dramatics.
episode 4
Yeah.
Yeah.
immunity challenge.
Almost separated his toe. It's like, okay, come on.
Jonathan was almost cut in half by this bone. Also, Camilla riding
Right.
Jonathan's back in the water at the beginning of that
Yeah.
challenge. Little moment. I mean, we're kind of jumping all over the place.
So,
Do we
like-
want to? Is there any other big things we were talking about? Jeff, celebrities, and the like
They all suck.
right now.
We don't want them.
No.
But yeah, Jeff being like, after Colby gets his on the head, it's just like, that's Survivor. It's just like, what are we talking about? This is a 50-year-old man that just got hit on the head and like fell.
Well, I
Right.
also
How about
um,
Are You Okay?
so like,
Like,
what did you think about the blindfolded challenge, Barrett? Because this is your first
oh,
one.
yeah. I think I have a, yeah. I really liked it. This was probably, dare I say, the first time I was watching a challenge and thinking, I really, really like this because it was so layered and not in just like the relay way. It was like multiple people just having to scramble while one person is like yelling at multiple different groups, but they're all still trying to like find their own way. I thought it was really interesting. Um, and I also did not like Christian at all in this challenge, I will say, being flopping hard with his directing and his rotate left, rotate left. But I did like just the fact that nobody knew what the hell was going on, and at the end, everyone was just kind of like trying to hug everybody and was like, "Where are all of you even at?" That was cool.
And I
But
think
I
it
would I
was.
would do terrible in this challenge, by the way. Like I don't think,
awful.
especially the
This is
puzzles
like my worst
portion.
nightmare. Yeah, this is definitely my worst nightmare on the show.
I
Like,
feel like I'd be
no.
like Riz. I think it was Rizzo and Charlie who were just like, just ignore it, and then just like we're just trying to find something, and just didn't even listen to anyone, and just kept on going. Like,
Rizzo, yeah, being blindfolded actually, then he finishes a puzzle. Like it's
yeah,
perfect.
Maybe that was the answer all along. You just got to cover his eyes. Like,
yeah.
Mhm.
See, this used to be a challenge staple. I don't. Is this the first time they did it at the new era, Nick? I don't
I
remember
feel
them
like maybe. I feel like I don't remember them doing this in a
because
while.
there was some people talked about how this was against like quote unquote the Geneva Convention because back in the day people got like hurt like not like
Hmm.
not like out of the game or anything but like there's this one clip where uh Raymond who used to be Spencer Bledsoe got hit in the shin by like a huge like puzzle and oh my it hurts me just to watch it. And then another time like people got hit in the head because there used to be like this elevator system where you had to bring it to people or whatever and like someone got hit in the head and was bleeding. It used to be like kind of cruel, but I'm glad they still glad they still got it, like brought it back. People still get hurt, but you know, it is what it is. There are a lot of people getting hit in the nuts in other seasons, but
You're right. That did happen a lot. It was
Well,
definitely more tame than it used to be,
not as
for
bad
sure.
as that. I guess one of the only like truly violent Survivor challenge I can really remember seeing is the Russell Hance's first season, I believe, the one where they're all
Oh,
tackling each other.
oh yeah.
Um,
yeah, that
Whatever
season.
that was, throwing the ball into the net on the other
Hmm.
side, and it was
Uh
so stupid to do that. Like, it was like three
Yeah,
rounds in
that
a
was
row of
rough.
people just like all knocking each other out. Like it
Hmm.
was terrible. It was literally something that would be on the challenge. Um, but yeah, this was really interesting, and I guess the first of two flops that we saw from Vatu. Uh, but not as funny as the second one was, I will say, as the
Hmm.
second challenge, the Zach Brown challenge that we've already kind of mentioned. The water wheel challenge. What's the water wheel challenge?
oh, it was in Survivor
Oh, that was a good one,
Nicaragua.
actually.
You're talking about whatever they're waterboarding people.
That was so I liked it.
So they have
Nick.
so what they do is like there's like this giant like plus sign where a person is on each of the plus each of the lines or whatever and a person on top is basically spinning a wheel that spins the T or the X and people would have to get in there's water underneath and they'd have to get water in their mouth and then whenever they get up to the top they have to spit the water into like a funnel where
Okay.
a little ball will pop up once there's enough so it's just people
Oh, like the
constantly
Big
spitting.
Brother challenge, kind of, where they go
Hmm.
back and forth with the on the whatever the slip and slide.
And they're
kind of, but
blindfolded while they do this too.
yeah, and they get
No.
upside down, and then they're
Yeah.
just gonna keep on getting
Nice.
Yeah.
getting the stuff and spitting it.
Because they would
And
spin them like real quick too. Like it was
yeah,
like crazy.
this girl named
Oh,
Brenda was like gasping for air at one point, where it's like, stop.
is it kind of like the spinning them in the way that you showed me Natalie Negrati getting tossed around on the challenge when she was like bleeding in her mouth?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Very that.
It's like, I guess, like a hamster wheel, but not like
Not
that one.
like that one. We don't
Schmirken
talk
brawl
about
is
that.
what y'all are thinking about. I forgot the name of it, but the football thing or whatever, where
Oh, from Samoa.
Okay.
yeah, from
Yeah.
Samoa and Heroes vs Villains, where James got hurt.
All right. We had two people go out recently. We had Q, we had Mike White go out in these two episodes. We can talk about either one. I am very curious for a lot of y'all's thoughts about Mike White, so I'm actually going to start with Mike White, because this entire episode is just like, or I guess the end of this episode, we have this moment where Mike is like, just remember, Christian, don't you remember Gabby? Don't you remember Gabby? What happened on our season? This is happening again
Oh
to
my
you. You have to let Emily go. We have to let Emily motherfucking flippin' go, please, Christian. And Christian's like, I think Mike White's actually a mean person. And then concocts this idea for a 3-2-1 vote to blindside Mike White. And the whole, I was glad they had the context of Gabby, because I didn't know who that was, of course, watching this episode. So that was kind of, I actually thought it was kind of neat editing in the way that they did that. It's kind of like a really over dramatic
So-
moment, to be honest. But I do want to know y'all's thoughts. Zach, I'll ask you first. I know you're eager.
Well, no,
Um,
I was about to say, so like, did you get the whole idea of like what happened between him and Gabby?
I in the sense that it was kind of like he trusted her, and then she was like trying to get him out, and then he used his idol. I remember that tribal council.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, that's true, that did happen, but something else that Mike White, I'm assuming he understood it, but it's also like, you know who got Gabby to try to get on that track?
Was it Mike White?
Yes, it was.
Well, and the only other context I had from their season was that Christian saying, well, like, Mike and Angelita both tried to vote me out like 4 times each. So that was kind of the only other thing I had. So I guess, Zach, I'll ask you first. Was this move, like, if I said to you last week, which we didn't really talk about this scenario, of course, like Christian concocting a plan to get Mike White out of the game, how likely do you think that is to happen? Does this shock you?
I wouldn't be shocked. I'm more shocked at the timing of it. I'm not shocked by him doing it, because especially from preseason stuff, like, you could definitely tell that Christian did not trust Mike White. Like, I think that Mike White put a lot of stock into his and Christian's relationship, because the way that so we're talking about the David versus Goliath 3, Christian, Angelina, and Mike. Mike was definitely the bridging point between Angelina and Christian. And I think that I think we saw how Mike actually plays, like, which is good. Like, he was trying to get an emotional reaction from Christian, which it did work for a little bit, but Christian is not a very emotional player. He is a game bot above anything else. And I think that he saw this as, he's doing it again. He's showing why he's a dangerous player. And I think that Christian just wanted to get him out now. And I just don't see why now, though, because if we're looking at it from this standpoint, just as, this is not me saying I wanted Emily gone, mind you. Like, I think Stephanie's right there. Why not go for her? She's just there.
She was there.
We'll get to that because I want to talk about that too. So
Yeah. So I'm very surprised at the timing. I'm not surprised that he did it. I thought this would be like early merge move. right now is just because I feel like regardless, Mike would have been a guaranteed jury vote for Christian if he were to make it that far. Like, because I feel like regardless, Mike would have respected it. But I don't know. That's just me though.
Yeah. Nick, yeah, what were your thoughts on this move from Christian at this point, and I guess any of the other options that might have been at play?
Well, I thought that one of my queens was definitely leaving because I was like, there's no way that Emily and Angelina are both on the chopping block and I'm not gonna lose one of them. So I was freaking the hell out. And then I was like, well, why can't they just flip it onto Mike? And then like Christian had that confessional and I was like, oh my god, is he in my head? Like this is crazy. I wasn't expecting it fully. I it caught me by surprise, but I kind of think it was a good move. And I get like maybe it could have been too early. My thing is that like everyone's gonna see them as a trio. Always gonna see them as a trio. So it's like if you have the opportunity to cut the one where you like I feel like Christian would rather stick with Angelina than Mike because I don't think Angelina is like as game savvy as Mike is. So the way I see it too is that out of the three of them, I feel like people are gonna want Christian out the most. So if you start to lower your threat level by getting rid of Mike because Mike is like the second biggest threat out of them, it kind of like makes Christian less of a threat in a way. So that's kind of why I agree with it. And I do think that Emily, as Benny is saying in the chat, is unreliable. I do agree with that. As we've seen, she literally cannot keep her mouth shut. But with that too, I think that she's still weirdly loyal to Christian. And Christian has now just saved her as well. So like I think that Emily's like still in a good spot. But
But
I think too Emily is another person that Christian can like easily be in the end. Like if she keeps acting like this too.
but we saw it in the preview. Ozzy's pissed.
Okay.
Ozzy was Mike White's best friend, apparently, which is a little like subplot I didn't expect of all of this. But Zach, keep going.
Well, what's gonna stop Emily from? It was Christian. Like, what's gonna stop uh Emily from being like it's Christian? So um I I feel like what we're seeing too, because like during Survivor 45, we saw Emily at the beginning. I feel like she was kind of being like what she is now, but then Kayla was kind of like, "You got to chill it out, like, or else you're gonna go home." And I feel like the rest of her game was her course correcting and doing what she thought she was supposed to do. And then this game, we're actually seeing what Emily would have been if she would have stayed how she was before her wake up call, which is chaotic. Like actually playing the game that she wants to play, which I
Mm-hmm.
don't mind watching. Like I feel like I feel like this is just good for Emily's game because she's telling Ozzy. Ozzy already knew about it from Emily, but you know who didn't know about it from or Ozzy? Christian didn't tell Ozzy. So Ozzy is pissed. I think now that Christian sees Ozzy as like a Cochrane, like you flipped, like you did this. You're the worst person ever, kind of thing. And you, I just,
I
Yeah. Well,
I guess,
I
but
do
what
see
is
what you
Ozzy
mean.
gonna
well, yeah, that's also,
what is Ozzy gonna
yeah.
do?
Well, I feel like, I feel like he's not gonna do anything until like he links up back with Suri, because I know that Suri's gonna be like, Christian, that little nerd, he need to go, kind of thing. Which, and
Yeah.
she's gonna have all the ammo in the world because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like Emily. In my head, I just don't see where she's loyal to Christian. I guess based on the other conversations she's having.
She already read the way she read it about in episode 3
Yeah.
told you everything you needed to know about her willingness to work with Christian or really anybody, I guess. I mean, these 2 episodes are just her lying or turning on everybody practically, or like trying to ride this weird middle but like being really bad at it, but being so bad at it that people still want to work with it. I don't know. It's like she's doing, but is she doing it? I guess that's what I was gonna ask. Is she doing any of this on purpose? This whole like, hey, here's what Christian told me. Oh no, shouldn't have said that. Christian, you won't
Mhm.
believe what I just told them. And then Ozzy coming up and being like, Mike's trying to turn the vote on me. Oh no, I said that. How did I just say that again?
I think
It's just like, what is this? I love it, but like,
It's TV is what it is. Like, let's be real.
I can see her doing it on purpose though, because I feel like that type of gameplay where it's like, oh, well, Emily's not going to hide anything from me at the beginning, and is going to give her more room to be like, yeah, I'm actually going to orchestrate a move like later down the road, and no one's going to see it coming, because they think that I'm just loose lips sink ships kind of thing. I don't know.
And
That's at
she
least what my
is.
thinking. I may be giving her too much credit, but it's also
I
Emily.
think Emily is my current stan, and I think you are
Yeah.
giving her too much credit. And I think I think I give her too much credit. But oh,
Emily.
stop, Emily, you're so clutch. I
this is a good pairing. I really like them
I
together.
love this duo. Even though didn't Angelina like just vote for her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. She did. But like I also this was another thing to point out about Emily. There's so many times it was almost like a take a shot kind of game where she would be talking to someone and be like, just so you know, like I just want you to know genuinely, I mean this from like the bottom of my heart. They'd be like, genuinely, I want to work with you. It's just like everybody she talked to.
Yep.
And I'm just like, how surely people clock that, like it is so obvious that she does not, like that's just her thing. Everybody, just so you know, 100% genuinely want to work with you to the end. But I guess everybody does that to some degree, so it's maybe not
Eh,
worth it. But hers was so
Yeah.
egregious, I was like, it was really funny to me.
I just, I don't know. Okay, I said that before we started. Like, I kind of have a perfect analogy of like, the Angelina, Mike, Christian of it all. Like, I'm thinking about it like us three. Like, Nick, you can be
Excuse
Angelina.
me. Excuse. You know
Uh,
what? I'll take it.
Barrett, you can be Mike.
You're
Well, yeah,
Christian.
I
Okay.
guess I don't know, cause like
Okay.
I was trying to think.
Congratulations.
Well, I was just I was just trying to think about like the the nuance of it all, because I feel like this goes deeper than like Christian is going out after Mike, because there's been some testy waters now with other stuff, such as Davey talking about how uh Chris and Mike White talking about how him and Christian haven't spoken since that night that he was voted out. I'm just I don't know. I just I
I
don't
still
this
don't understand where that trio.
Yeah, I can't wait to figure it out how you got there.
well the
Yeah.
way that I see it, you and Barrett have gone to a final two or final three or something like that, and I wasn't a part of that. Like, is there a
Okay.
part of was there a
Okay.
part of me where like I'm threatened by how close you and Nick are, versus me and Nick?
No, I
Okay.
totally understand Christian's perspective there. Like
That's
just being
fair.
like you placed ahead of me. I shouldn't really have any loyalty to you, especially with just you tried to vote me out. You tried to get rid of me already. Why would I? And also, I liked what we're saying about like I think Nick, you were saying it's kind of like almost Christian could be seen as the head of some sort of snake of that David versus Goliath
Mhm.
3, and getting rid of Mike maybe lessens that to a degree, especially when you're left with Angelina, who's not really seen as like a game threat necessarily to
Yeah.
people. So I see what you mean there. It is a bit like counterintuitive to be like, let's lessen our numbers to have
I
less control,
know.
but like I don't know. I feel like with Christian, he can feel confident enough, but then again, I also agree with what you're saying about Ozzy. You can't just piss off a guy with an idol, who actually has the idol, as opposed to
Mhm.
um, Christian, who just gave an idol to somebody and knows where a fake idol is at tribal council, I guess.
I feel like, because I think that Christian, in his mind at least, I feel like he was just trying to do what Emily wanted, because like Um, one of the three because of I feel like Emily and I mean obviously we saw it with I mean Stephanie didn't even say anything about it. She was just like I'll vote as long as it's not me kind of thing, which she was really the person in the driver's seat even though she didn't know it cuz she could have just thrown this plan off the rails because I don't see a reason why she wouldn't vote for Emily because have her and Emily even had a conversation on screen besides getting the mic train together?
I feel like
Oh.
maybe not. I don't think so. I do want to talk about like the Stephanie aspect of it all because I thought it was so
Hmm.
interesting that she never like ever was brought up. And I was talking with somebody about this last night, and they were saying that, well, that's like what happens when you kind of just like sit back and be quiet. And I was like, honestly, I feel like that's exactly what she did. Like she got, I don't know if she got blindsided or not, because we were talking about that before we went live, and like her reaction for when Q left seems like she was kind of shook to me. So I was like expecting her to just be like the easy boot here if they lost again, and yet she never was brought up. And maybe, they think she's good in challenges because we saw how like horrid they just were in that last challenge, and she's like one of the only physically fit people on that tribe. I don't know, maybe they did just kind of like she was quiet enough to the point where they like lost her as an option, like where they were just playing so much that they were like we could get her later type of thing, or like I don't know, but
Yeah.
there was
It
just
feels like
like
I'm just
never
missing
any
something.
like right, I was like there was just like never any like reason or like anything for it, which I thought was so weird. And it did put her in the driver's seat, like Zach said too. So I mean, like it worked out for her because she kind of literally got to
Yeah.
pick whatever she wanted to do. So it was very interesting to me.
I just think that I want to. I'm saying she could have been in the driver. I feel like, uh, I don't know. Maybe I feel like she was in the driver's seat, but in her head she thought she was in the trunk. Like, she was just telling people where
You
she.
think?
I don't think that she. I don't think that she knew she had that much power. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just the vibes that I get. Like, it could. I could be wrong. Like,
Yeah. We like didn't really get
um,
like confessionals or anything from her this episode, which I thought
that's my
again,
thing. Yeah.
which annoyed me because it's like we have here's Zach Brown and he gets three confessionals. We get Stephanie who's the literal swing vote. I don't even get to hear like what she's thinking. Like what is going on here? That annoys the hell
No
out of
time,
me.
sorry. And maybe on top of that, we just have pieces of this edit that are left out where maybe she was that backup option if maybe they didn't want to go after Emily, or maybe I don't know.
Right.
There could have been something there. But at the same time, it's like between these two episodes, it's like we have her for some reason not being a vote at all in this episode, and then in episode 3, really only seeing Q being like I only had to make sure I save Stephanie. I only care about Stephanie, which we've known I guess since preseason, but like it is weird to just have Stephanie be completely fine in this tribe so far and not really have a big mention.
Also, yeah. Apparently, sending someone a Happy Mother's Day message will get you an alliance.
It's coded.
Oh
uh
God.
let's talk about
Irony.
I guess anything else about like the David versus Goliath trio. We have so many people to talk about that we haven't even covered yet, really.
I just,
Mother Angelina surviving. I'm so happy.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
yeah.
I'm glad
And
that she survived, but it's also like I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like weird that how much of a blindside it was to Mike. I guess like he hasn't downplayed the move because like Christian was saying in preseason, like he wrote the narrative that took Christian out, and I don't know. I feel like the only thing we have to figure out is who's gonna be on White Lotus season 4.
Ozzy, if he if he has anything to say about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
Ozzy, Angelina, um, and Chrissy. Coach, oh my
Yeah.
God, Coach on White Lotus.
Coach is a White Lotus character. So
Coach is the character himself. Yeah. Like
He's Jennifer
Oh,
Coolidge's brother.
Colton has a good topic change to go to.
Oh yeah.
Rizzo, the Rizgod, finally making an appearance in these episodes. Also, should say, bringing up Rizzo, Q getting voted out like the episode after having that entire thing about Angelina being a statue and Rizzo not helping out at camp or anything was kind of just like, damn.
She's like a
Uh,
statue.
Also, I know we'll probably still talk about Q at some point during this stream, but just covering the episode 3 anyway. But I just feel like Q, not much Q could do, not having a vote.
Mm-mm.
On a tribe that didn't really seem to really want to work with him at all.
Well,
So
Barrett, he doesn't have a vote. He has an extra vote.
that's right. He's got the extra
Right.
vote. I should say, Mike, please vote for me. Please vote for me, Mike.
Also, I don't
Instead.
know if I guess he didn't know that. Well, because let's see, Angelina, Ozzy, Christian. Ozzy definitely told Emily, so that's why no one would believe him. Emily would definitely
Yeah.
tell Angelina, and Emily would definitely tell Chris, because Emily cannot keep a secret. So, and pretty much everyone knew that he didn't have a vote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it felt like he was pretty doomed. I read his exit interview too, and it seemed like he kind of knew that it was kind of a long shot for him to stay in. He had like a whole plan on. He didn't want to like accidentally reveal that he didn't have a vote if it came down to a certain or if the votes came down a certain way. So he didn't want Stephanie to play her shot in the dark. And there was like he was like had a whole scenario in his head of how he wanted it to play out, but of course it just ended up with him going.
I wonder
Um,
if Ozzy still had his vote. Could he have given it to back to Q?
If he'd still had, yeah, I mean, I guess he could have given it to Q as like him
Yeah,
giving
but
it to
obviously
him as
Suri
opposed
has
to
it, but
yeah.
not that he would. But
Which
yeah,
yeah, Q also said sorry, we will talk about Rizzo versus Charlie. Or I guess it's Charlie versus Rizzo, but Rizzo doesn't know about it. Um he did talk about that, like Ozzy said he gave his vote to Joe. He just didn't say he gave it to Suri, apparently.
well, that's fine.
Yeah. But Rizzo versus Charlie. We see we see Rizzo asking Charlie about Maria from their season. He's like, as a fan, I've got a fan question, Charlie. Do you still talk to Maria? Which I want to know y'all's thoughts about someone just asking Charlie that straight up. Like, I don't know. That's a crazy.
I
I feel like
mean,
that's a crazy thing to just leave in the show, but it made sense for what later on. I guess for what Charlie was connecting to it. Charlie was then like, um, Rizzo just said this thing that pissed me off in a flashback to Rizzo the night before talking about Sophie Balderi, friend of the pod, and their great friendship on Survivor 49 and how, she lost and that he didn't even vote for her. And that just pissed Charlie off. So, Nick, I want to know from you first. What do you think? First off, what do you think of Rizzo saying this to Charlie, as well as asking him about Maria and knowing all well about this? And two, what do you think of Charlie being so pissed off about this that he wants to go after Rizzo?
I'm very glad you asked me this question because, first of all, I don't think it's that big of a deal at all if Rizzo asked him. Like, think about it. Rizzo was just on Survivor. Rizzo hasn't had the luxury of having conversations with other alumni or anything like that after his season. And he's just being a fanboy, okay? I feel like any of us would be in that position too. And maybe he feels close to Charlie, as he's said, which is why I find this whole thing so insane to me. Because also, Charlie didn't watch season 49. You have absolutely no idea the context of any of this. Sure, Rizzo didn't vote for Sophie, but Rizzo's best friend, in my opinion, as a viewer, was Savannah. And I feel like that was pretty obvious. So take also into account Savannah is on this cast, and they had this conversation prior to them knowing Savannah was voted out. Why in the world would Rizzo be like, yeah, I voted for Savannah. That was my bestie. That was my ride or die. Like, no, he's not going to be saying that first of all. So that pissed me the hell off because I was like, Charlie is like making this whole like thing up completely in his head. I feel like it. Yes, don't give me that face. Charlie is making this up. This is not anything more than Rizzo, in my opinion, trying to downplay his relationship with Savannah, number one. And number two, Charlie is like taking this way too serious as well. Like I said, you did not watch the damn season yet. And Rizzo's been trying to work with Charlie this whole time, but now Charlie has this like one-sided grudge. You know what this reminds me of as Big Brother people? This reminds me of in season 17 when Steve had like 100 confessionals about how much he couldn't stand Becky, and yet Becky acted like she didn't even know who the hell Steve was because they were barely interacting. But Steve couldn't stand her, and Steve wanted her out, and this, that, whatever. And it was like too much, and it was one-sided beef, and that's what I see here. Charlie is delusional.
I
Yes,
don't
Zach.
think I don't think that he's delusional. So, good friend of the pod, Savannah and Sophie Valdieri. Um,
Savannah too.
Savannah, they both talk. Yeah, they both. So I was in their TikTok live, and they were talking about how
Oh my
both
God, here we go.
both Savannah and Rizzo were concocted an idea that they were going to say they were going to both say that Sophie was the bridge between the two. They were the reason why they worked together. Like Sophie, that they
Right,
both.
but that's not true.
But Charlie doesn't know that.
Exactly. So why is he all butthurt about it when he don't even know nothing?
Because Rizzo was obviously saying that Sophie was his bestie.
Okay, and maybe Savannah just played a better game and he respects that. Like he didn't watch the season. To me, it's just
But
that it
he's
makes
just-
no sense to say that he's the same as Maria.
Okay,
You
okay,
didn't
how about
watch
this?
the season. You have no
This
idea
is-
what he's talking about.
Okay, imagine you're in Charlie's head right now. Like, imagine you're like Charlie.
I could
If-
never. So
If you're hearing and thinking, this man has been on a season that I haven't seen yet. He's telling me that he was close with this random girl named Sophie. They were besties, like they were ride or dies kind of thing. But she was in the final three, but you didn't vote for her. Like you played the whole game with her. Why? That's kind of.
so ask him.
Well, I don't know why he didn't ask him. Like he acted like he was asleep, obviously. So he didn't want to think he was eavesdropping. I'm just thinking from his. Do I think it's a wrong thing to think? Yes, I feel like he's just using like. I feel like he's
He's
just having
literally creating
PTSD.
a narrative. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think that he's using that and creating his own little narrative in his head off of a conversation that he's friggin' eavesdropping on and doesn't even have the context to. And I feel like anyone with a brain would think too, oh, well, Savannah's also in the game, so maybe he's trying to downplay their relationship since I didn't
Really?
watch their season. Absolutely. We have no idea anything about them. So for him to sit there and be so stern on like, oh, like Sophie was his best friend because he said so. He's lying, just like everyone else. Like,
then look at-
hello, it's
but I'm
Survivor
also
50.
But I'm also thinking of like, well, past of people who were on other seasons, like who immediately came like Zeke and Michaela, like they didn't work together really at all.
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone else. Like who else? Like Amanda and James. I mean, obviously they worked together a lot.
They were like best
Um,
friends.
Yeah. I guess I don't. There's not a lot of data to think about it that way because I
There's
don't-
not, but at the same time, that's what I'm trying to say. There's
Yeah.
not enough data for him to come to this conclusion of Rizzo's Maria 2.0 because of this one sentence that I overheard him saying. It's just so ridiculous in my opinion, and I feel like he just I hate it. I think it's so stupid. It is so dumb.
I guess I also don't get like the argument of like I don't. It feels very selective to say
don't
like,
deserve
I,
a vote.
I don't want a juror. I don't want a juror that would just vote for the best game. I don't know. Like it feels
Like
weird.
what?
To, I understand like if you're loyal to someone, that means You can have their vote. You get their vote at the end, sure. If you think that that's, but I don't think it's a hill you should like die on.
I think the thing that Charlie is not like thinking about, like, because mind you, I am not. Whoever Maria decided to vote for is fine. I'm not saying that you're like, obviously, Nick can attest to this. Just because you're working with someone and they're in the final two does not mean you have to vote for them. Like,
I agree with that.
yeah, Barrett agrees. Barrett may not agree with that, but um, but I think what he fails to realize is that him and Maria's situation, well, is completely different because for one, like, he truthfully, this is also what I'm thinking because I'm not against. I feel like Mackenzie won. She won. That's like a given. I'm not crediting her game at all. I think the reasoning behind Maria's wanting to vote for Kenzie is just the thing that I don't agree with because it's very like um back and forth, like, oh, you wanted her to win, or oh, she had this fire, or oh, like, I didn't want to vote for her, or oh, like, I regret my vote. She was doing this back and forth all the time. So I feel like there's just a bunch of nuances that Charlie isn't acknowledging of him and Maria kind of thing versus Rizzo supposedly and Sophie. So I agree with you, Nick, where it's like there's not enough data, but I think Charlie is just jumping to conclusions in his own head. Like,
He is. He's making assumptions, and you know what happens when you assume things.
well, yeah, but I'm also like thinking in his mind, like, I guess that's I don't know. I'm trying to find his logic, I guess, is a better
There
way
is
to
none. That's why you can't find it.
No,
But
this is a stupid storyline. I will say, like, what it
Thank
comes down
you.
to. This is a very dumb storyline, and this is very dumb for Charlie to waste his time on Survivor. I think chasing Rizzo's down, who want to work with him, by the way, who is trying to work with him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Is like Rizzo's like Rizzo's like, I like Charlie, and Charlie's like, oh my god, he's gotta go. It's like, what is going on? Like, it's so I don't like it. It's very weird to me. Like,
Yeah, it
not
feels
here
like
for it
they're
at
all
all.
still doing he's still doing the talent show that they were doing at the beginning of
Oh
like
my God,
episode
yes.
3.
I forgot about
Um,
that.
yeah. Yeah, the Mickey Mouse.
That was
Forgot
funny.
about that. All right. Anything else about Rizzo and Charlie? Rizzo
Team
does
Rizzo.
have an idol. We should say that.
Oh yeah, who?
Thanks to
Genevieve.
Mother Vive.
Yeah, I guess we can talk about that again. I do have so yeah. Genevieve finds another Billie Eilish idol and she's just so thrilled that it's another Billie Eilish idol. And gives it to Rizzo with the thought that she can blindside him. So very explicitly stating that that's what she would want to use this for. But like, I don't know. I'm assuming she also has an idea that she can have Rizzo as an ally potentially too, even though they can only use it on themselves. So, which is a good point to keep in mind. But Genevieve nonetheless has 2 idols that she doesn't get to keep either one. And Rizzo has an idol for the 2nd season in a row. Let's see how long he can keep this one. Zack, what do you think of Genevieve's 2nd Billie Eilish Boomerang idol and having 0 idols to show for it? And the RIZGOD coming back with another idol play potentially.
Terrible move to give it to him. Because we all know that Rizzo is going to make a fucking buffet out of the idol. Am I going to play it? Am I not? Ooh, what am I going to do? I don't think Rizzo's ever going to. He has good reads on the game, mind you. Like, obviously, he never really did have to play his idol. But I think he's going to hold on to that till the bitter end. I also find I would be so annoyed out there if I found not only one idol, but 2, and both of them are both Boomerang idols. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be
I-
pissed. Like, so pissed.
That's
and
what
I'm
the
just
fans
like,
wanted.
Right. I wanted the people who find the idols to not actually get them. That's exactly what I wanted. totally in my hands. Thank you, Jeff Probst.
Also, the one time whenever Rick Devens isn't actually looking for idols, they're actually boomerang idols. I feel like Nick would be like, let's have Devens find all those idols then. Why is he?
Right. Of course, Genevieve, who I love, finds every single idol that she can't hang on to.
Would y'all the way that Aubrey the way that Aubrey was looking for, would y'all, especially in her situation, just go looking for an idol? Because I feel like it's so nuanced now where it's like, I mean, everyone's gonna be looking. Would y'all even try to look?
I mean,
Yeah, I feel like you gotta look. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel, why would? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really.
why
Sorry,
not?
I was reading Benny asking about the 3 boomerang idols, and I was just thinking like, why weren't they just different ones? Why were they not 3 different kinds of idols? Like, why are we
Yeah.
still talking about boomerang idols in episode 4? Was
Didn't
there
we
a
vote for
contract with
dynamic
Billy?
powers or whatever the hell it was that Savannah said in that episode?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
So
that
one
mean
could be
different?
like, so one could be a boomerang idol. One could be like a frisbee idol.
Right,
And then one can be like
the baseball
Oh.
idol.
yeah, the baseball idol, where it's like if you play it
You
on
have to
someone and they
catch it.
catch it, yeah, they have to catch it in the challenge.
Jeff will secretly toss it to you at some point during the challenge, and you must catch it. Nobody can see.
Yeah, what Colton said, Nick, dynamic doesn't mean creative.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, true. Very true. But also going to what you were asking, Zach, about Aubrey, like searching for idols boldly. No, I really don't care that people search for idols. I mean, especially on Survivor 50. But it was really funny. Q was bringing up that he expanded on like when they had Operation Search in Aubrey's bag. And he was saying that they just knew that she had an idol because like there was like nothing really happening around camp, but for some reason they wanted to talk to Aubrey. And then she like they were just like, apparently she was super sus that entire day, and they just knew she had it the way she was like guarding her bag around that time too. So I don't know if like the timing of their search was like, I don't know if it was just edited around the wrong time, or if Aubrey actually had the idol that time, she just didn't have it in her bag. I'd be curious to know of how close to like that timing actually was
Yeah.
though, because he was like, we for sure knew she had it just with the way that, but it was almost like he was saying
Mhm.
production made it seem obvious that she had it, which kind of sucked for Aubrey in that case. But
Where would y'all keep an
mean-
idol if y'all had one? I would keep it in my bag.
I don't know. That's hard.
it depends on what I'm wearing, I guess.
Yeah, it does. I feel like you'd have to switch it. Like,
Mhm.
I'd put it in my pocket, but like if we're gonna do a challenge, I'm not leaving it in my pocket. Like, I put it in my
Colton
bag.
says
Yeah.
bury it. I wouldn't.
I'd be
feel
afraid I'd
scared
lose
with
it.
that.
Yeah, and then lose where I buried it. Oh boy.
Let me mark this with a big X.
Yeah.
Right.
Or someone else like is digging or something like that, and then they find it. I guess it's still someone else's. Like,
Yeah. Well, then what if you get swapped? Like, or I guess you got to take it with you before you know you might get swapped at that point.
Mhm.
well, that
But then you
that
gotta
hap-
go like get it back again, like dig for it again.
Well, that's happened a few times where there was someone who's swapped to another tribe because they were merged and then they split into 2 separate tribes. But one guy didn't bring his bag to camp, so he didn't have like I think he didn't have his shot in the dark that he could play or anything like that. So he's basically like kind of screwed on 44, Survivor 44. Matt, I think is his name.
I don't even remember this happening, honestly.
Franny, Franny, Herman.
Yeah, I remember them. I wasn't a fan of them, but I
Oh,
remember them.
well, whenever he got voted out and he didn't even have his bag or whatever.
I genuinely don't remember that happening, honestly. But I believe you.
Well, yeah, Survivor 40.
I don't believe you, for the record. I don't think that
Okay.
actually happened.
You're right.
I
But,
tend to blank a lot of
yeah.
the 40s out. Anyways.
I don't. What were we even talking about before that?
We were talking. Well, we started off talking about Rizzo and Charlie, but then we moved into like 50 other points. I think.
The
Um,
idols or whatever.
yeah, into
I
the idols
think,
itself.
yeah, I think in terms of this, I think Rizzo is going to try to bluff it once and it might work because none of these people have seen what he did. And I feel like that's important to keep in mind. But then after that, it's going to be like, this ain't amateur hour, girl. Like, we all been around the block. Are you playing it or not? Because we about to vote you. So,
Oh, and Genevieve hasn't told anyone about this, which is the biggest thing, I guess. Because I feel like, will she ever tell anyone?
maybe not people in her tribe.
Well, they're about to
current
switch
tribe.
again.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, like, current tribe.
Oh,
Like, I don't think she'd tell anyone where she's at now, but maybe afterwards.
you think in the
I
merge?
mean,
Because she's gonna want to benefit from.
Oh, also, there's something's wrong on this, but because I
What?
noticed it. Tiffany and
Oh,
Camilla
what is
are
it?
on opposite tribes.
Should have known. It's never can bat 1,000. Everyone
It's okay.
switch Tiffany and Camilla in your mind.
I can't.
Also,
So I
Zach,
was
you
like,
breathed in,
didn't
like,
Tiffany
right into the
like?
mic.
I was like, didn't Tiffany like tell Aubrey that like she was the target or something like that? And I was like, wait, yeah. So
Yeah,
which like I wanted to say I couldn't stand Tiffany for, but like the
She went
graphic made me, like,
across to the other
question it.
tribe to do that
Yeah.
too, which was crazy.
She
It
like
was pretty
swam
uncalled
to the other
for.
beach and she was like, Aubrey, watch
It's like when
out.
Savannah rolled up on the boat in 49, or she went to be like, she like just at one point they're like, Savannah on a boat, and she's like going away.
Yeah.
They just see Tiffany swimming.
She's like, Aubrey, look out.
Yes. Yeah, sorry about that. This is why Zach does the graphics, not me. But maybe we should talk about Aubrey and Tiffany in their
I would
warning,
love
and then,
to.
I guess everything with the Genevieve montage of her telling everybody about how much she doesn't like Aubrey, and literally just like they cut her up in different pieces, like talking to different people on the tribe, the same story about Aubrey and her history on the tribe before this, and of course everybody was just so interested. But then Tiffany sees that as like a crack that she can turn into a canyon, I think is what I can't remember what she said. But she then just goes to Aubrey and is like, just so you know, Genevieve was talking shit about you. And Aubrey was like, that confirms everything that I thought was happening.
Yeah.
So all the more reason for me to think that Genevieve is not going to be the person that gets out of this, and Aubrey is even more so. Nick, what do you think about Genevieve and Aubrey on a new tribe with a new
Girl.
dynamic with the same kind of thing going on, the same feud?
I absolutely hate it because I feel like Aubrey annoys the living hell out of me, is what I want to start
Why?
this off with. Because I feel like all Aubrey does is complain about, I'm on the bottom. Oh my God, I'm on the bottom again. Every single time I play the game, I'm on the bottom. And it's like, maybe because you suck. Maybe because you don't have a social game. Maybe because, let's look at your conversation with Genevieve at the beginning of the game. I don't trust you. Like, right out of the bat. It's like, maybe this is why you're on the bottom, Aubrey. Because you don't know how to have a social conversation with people. And that puts you on the damn bottom. So, and now I think this is like every single season that she's on. This isn't just like a one-off thing. Every single time. And now here we are. We're on a new swap tribe with all like new people. And here she is again. Oh my God, I'm on the bottom. I wonder why. Because you're not being able to make a social connection with anyone. And the one person that comes over to her is Tiffany, who's like, I like Aubrey. I've watched her 100 times play the game, which is so dumb to do. But she goes over to her and she's like, just so you know, you're on the bottom. And it's like, Genevieve wants you out. And it's like, okay, well, Tiffany, now you can go right on ahead and join her on the bottom. Because what did you just do that for? So I think that Aubrey flat out sucks as a Survivor player. And I think that Genevieve is definitely going to get ate up by her, which kills me inside because, of course, she's on a tribe where no one knows about the idol and just like all of that. So I just like I see the writing on the wall and it makes me even more mad and like more upset with all of it because I can't stand it. And I feel like Aubrey's entire storyline this whole season so far has been I hate Genevieve. I hate Genevieve. I'm on the bottom. Oh my god, poor me, poor me. Get up and do something. Like all she
Is
does is
She
cry.
did. She got an
She
idol.
didn't do anything. She got handed an idol.
She did something.
Christian
she
gave it
got
to her.
sent. She got gifted an idol from Billie Eilish. Thank you very much.
See, you have to have a social game to get gifted an idol.
From somebody on a different tribe that wants her to
Yeah.
get voted out with it.
I was about to say whose intentions could be, so she gets blindsided with that.
She sucks.
Safe travels, Aubrey. Brock.
Exactly. The Ponderosa.
I don't know.
I do think it's kind of funny. Does everyone in Baggate, everyone that was a part of Baggate 2.0 with Aubrey's bag, does everyone but Genevieve know that Aubrey has an idol now?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what annoys me so much.
Is that she's the only one that, like, someone could just yell it to her.
Literally, all they have, we just need Tiffany or somebody to swim on by again and be like, Aubrey has the idol. And just keep swimming. Like, that's all it takes. They could even just tell her at the challenge. Like, they could literally just
yeah.
say it
Ignore
at the
a
challenge.
Jeff question. Yeah. Jeff
It
interviews
pisses
them and
me
it's just
off.
like,
Jeff, I actually
What
want
is-
to say something.
Aubrey, I know for a fact that you have an idol. It's just so everybody knows.
I would be living.
Everyone just in unison starts saying who they gave their Billie Eilish idol to. So everyone just on the same page.
So just Genevieve and Christian.
Yes, exactly.
Genevieve knows where every single Boomerang idol is except that one. And that's what pisses me off.
Well, let's do a little boomerang check. Yeah. Well, Devins knows about the boomerang idol
Yeah.
because he's
But
pretending
Devins
he
doesn't
has
know
it.
where Rizzo's is. Or well, where that Rizzo
No.
has it.
No. Okay. Oh, you meant speaking just within their own tribe. Yeah.
Yeah.
really.
Like I feel like Genevieve knows where where all of the idols are except fucking Aubrey's. Of course.
Yep.
Of course. Like
Good.
no.
she knows.
That's awful.
She's got to know. She knows.
She knows. And I know she knows.
Oh, J. Cole. J. Cole in the stream. I did not expect that. Okay, what do we can keep talking about this, I guess, because do we?
Well,
Do we-
I said everything I need to say.
you did.
Do we
Yeah,
still
anything
do we
else?
still stand on the fact or like that Aubrey is going to be the victor of this feud?
I unfortunately do agree with that. Like wholeheartedly I do. There's a lot of people so like I'm very into Edgic. And I don't know like if any of the viewers really know what that is, but it's like people trying to figure out like who's going to win the season based off of like how the people are being edited pretty much. And a lot of people online are thinking that like I've seen a lot on Reddit of people saying that Genevieve has like the winner edit, and I think that that is the most craziest thing I've ever seen. But I've seen like multiple people say that, and I don't really understand what show they're watching because I love Genevieve and I would love that if that were the case, but I'm not delusional and sitting there saying that Genevieve has the winner edit. So I don't think I do think that Aubrey's going to win the war. I do.
I think that Genevieve
unfortunately.
is just getting too much content for it to be the winner at it.
Mm.
Like,
Then he asked, does Aubrey have the winner at it? Sorry, I can keep going.
I
No,
just
because
think-
I feel like sorry, Zach. Go ahead.
Zach,
I'll
you can't
answer
keep
Benny's.
going.
Well,
I'll
I
no,
was
I'll
just-
answer Benny's question after. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I feel like Genevieve, like, she's getting good content. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's just too much.
I
for
get
it's
what you
too
mean.
overt.
It is. It's too obvious.
Yeah,
in my
that.
opinion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It doesn't
And I don't
paint her
think-
in a good light either.
No, it doesn't. That's what I was gonna say too. I was gonna like I don't think that she's looking like this like hero, like at all.
She kind of looks like she's getting set up as like the what's it called, the not the final boss, but like the kingpin that like someone needs to take down, like Aubrey needs to take down.
Mm.
Yeah, I read it as more like I feel like they're showing Genevieve as more like the aggressor and like almost the bully.
Mm-hmm.
Not bully, but like you know what I mean. More
Like
of
the
like she's
instigator.
going after
Yeah.
Aubrey instead of the other way around. But it
Yep. I
was
I
like
agree.
even though the first episode did make it seem Aubrey was more like the what do you think of me like right out the gate.
Yeah.
So I don't
The
know, but
instigator
now lately
power.
it does seem like it's all leading for Aubrey to get like the hero edit in a tribal council where she idles Genevieve out
My
or does
only
something to her.
Right. My only like thing too is that I feel like people who typically, and I feel like we talked about this before, but people who get idled out typically have like almost like no edit at all because the audience doesn't
Yeah.
want you to feel like sad for them essentially. They want you to feel better for the person that's idling them out. And that's not the case here. Like I feel like people, at least the audience that I'm seeing, everyone's like very pro Genevieve and anti Aubrey. So I don't. It's interesting because I'm like I feel like they're not doing a good job of like making me like I don't know. I would think maybe like a Tiffany or like a Camilla could get like an idol out type of situation based off their edit, but
Yeah. I think we had brought
that's
that up
not what I see
because we were talking about
happening.
Angelina.
Yeah. Yeah. I think oh, so to answer Benny's question earlier of does Aubrey have the winner edit? I don't think so. I really don't because I think that she everything so far has been based off of Genevieve. Like from her first confessional. It's just been like Genevieve, I can't stand like everything is Genevieve, Genevieve, Genevieve in the same way that Genevieve has been like Aubrey, 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 that it's so like I don't see it. I think if we're talking about someone who might have a winner edit, this might be a little controversial. But I want to say like
Jonathan.
Chrissy. No, I want to say Chrissy.
Chrissy.
Yeah.
Chrissy
I think
Hoffbeck,
That'd be crazy.
yes. It would be
the person
crazy.
who's doing too much
You
that Joe told.
Coach, you have such a way with words. Oh my
He
god.
really does. No, he really does. No, but like Chrissy's very much like they try to make her like me. They try to make me like her, even though she's not really doing much, you know. And like even when like the whole tribe was against her, they could have edited that like way different. But the way they edited it made me be like, Dee's a crazy person because Chrissy's just being like, does anyone want to start the fire? And Dee's like, oh, she's asking me to do things and this, that, whatever. Like they made it seem like Chrissy was like they made me like Chrissy more with that. And then we get like the segments with the breast cancer and like all of this stuff. So it's I don't know. It's a very like heroic, interesting edit that they have going on for Chrissy right now, in my opinion. So that I think Chrissy kind of has a winner edit if we're talking about that.
Chrissy, the hero from Heroes, Heroes, Hustlers.
Yeah,
The actuary.
yeah.
Just wait until she finds that advantage at Final Four.
Oh no, that says in
The
the hands of
fans
the
voted.
fans.
And they
Oh
decided
no.
This is not
everybody
advantage.
is gonna do fire.
No.
Yeah. Hey, but no, I would love a Chrissy win. I really like her so far. I definitely like her more than other people. And that's to say that there are still people that I have no idea who the fuck they are. So uh yeah.
I sent the updated
It's
graphic.
Colby. I saw wait, what?
I sent the updated graphic.
Oh, there's an updated graphic.
The ASMR.
Oh, okay. Oh, stop.
Does it have ew? Does it have Aubrey blacked out?
Yeah, your
No.
prediction.
It actually says Genevieve idled out.
Right.
Let me get this up there.
Idle in my pocket.
Whoa, look at that. Tiffany's back on the
Oh my
right
God, she
track.
swapped. They mutinied.
They just had a single swap. Yeah. Ooh, that'd be a fun twist. Okay. Other things we could talk about, like, oh God, we could, let me go back to this. What do I have here? No, that's not, that's something. We talked about Emily. We've talked about Christian. We've talked about Rizzo and Charlie. We talked about Aubrey and Genevieve, Zach Brown, Vatu not even finishing the challenge. We didn't really talk about that second challenge in general. Speaking of Chrissy putting together the celebration puzzle, her
Yeah.
and Camilla rocking that with Jonathan getting his toe sliced off and someone else's head almost got taken out. But and then Vatu not being able to push the boat all the way up to start the puzzle, which left Christian in the netting for the second time this season. That we got a shot of Christian through the netting. But otherwise, we kind of talked about that already too. What else do we really want to cover with Survivor 50? It can be
The
nothing.
silence.
We don't. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like trying to think of
Is
like
there
what we
anything big?
missed.
I mean, next episode. I feel like we haven't talked much about Sela. How Dee is coming for Suri for some reason, and Jonathan.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. We
that
did have the. We didn't really expand on that.
thing.
You're right. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a segment where it was just like talking about Suri and how dangerous she is, and Jonathan and Dee were kind of leading that charge, and just like the second we get a chance, we have to do it. And then Dee kind of has this. I don't know if this or the Zach Brown one was worse for Dee in this episode for me, but like she's just like, yeah, Suri is just like, yeah, you become friends with her, and that's like the problem with her. You can't let her get to merge. Damn, yeah, we have to get rid of Suri. Damn, I'm like, you don't have to get rid of Suri. Like, I don't think like her making merge, I still don't think is much of a threat to anybody. Like we don't have to get rid of Suri. We could still work with her, in my biased opinion. But that's like the benefit of Suri is she will also work with you as a number. She's also never won. I think we need to repeat this. She's never won this game. And as much as she deserves to win at some point and is a great player, she still has never won. But again, very biased. Very, very biased. Just what do y'all think about Jonathan and Dee going after Suri or leading this conversation? Should we be worried about Suri coming up? This is about Christian to Emily in the context of this post, but I had forgotten this was here. But I do want to tell it to Jonathan and Dee.
I agree.
I
I'm not
just
a
don't
Dee fan this season.
I'm not either.
so-
I just don't understand why. Like, first off, this is my problem with winners like D, because they're physical threats. They want to go after quote unquote or bigger strategic threats or anything like that, but it's like, mind you, D did have a strategic game, but it's like I feel like she's just saying shit to say shit. Quite honestly, like I don't think they have any weight. I feel like she's just kind of there. And mind you, I liked D going into this season, but all of a sudden it's like it's just continuous check marks of like I do not like you anymore. Like, why are you doing this? Because I know why she's doing this, because she's doing the. I feel like she's playing a very JT-esque game of like, no, obvious, not like to that extreme yet.
Excuse me.
I'm talking about his comeback, his like returning seasons, where like
I know we're not.
where she's playing with house money. She is just doing whatever. Like she's just like, you know what? I played a good game last time. Let me just do what the fuck ever I want. Yeah, I want Suri gone because she's like she's better than me kind of thing. Because she is, even though she hasn't won. But I just her and Jonathan alone is just like ick in my head. Anything with Jonathan is just ick. So I'm just like, why are you doing this? Like, I feel like you're just trying to get screen time. You want to get that clip that's like, we need Suri to go. I think there was a clip of that where in the what's it called, the preview or whatever, and it's just like, we get it. Y'all think Suri's a threat? Suri's only won one individual immunity challenge, honestly, in Micronesia, and game changers. In well, she didn't make it to merge in Heroes versus Villains, but in all of these games, she's besides Panama, she has never won an individual immunity challenge. The reason that she gets so far is because other people do not want her gone. It's their own fault, not hers. Like saying, "Oh, she's gonna make it. She's gonna win." She, this is just. This is also. I'm not saying that she won't win if she makes it in. She definitely would. Like I feel like anyone with the right mind.
That's
Don't
where
tell
I'm
them
like,
that,
are they
though.
wrong? Like,
They're not
you know,
wrong, but it's like who's gonna win she's eligible to go at any time. It's these own players' fault. Just wait.
There's a reason we ceremonially get rid of Suri at Final 5 or Final 4. It's just like, it is, I don't know. It's part of the game at this point. Survivor's always evolving, but the one constant is that Suri will always be out just before the end.
100%. 100%.
I do want to say hi to Mary in chat.
Hi, Mary.
Welcome to the stream. Mary said a lot. I want to get
Queen.
through. Other people were saying a lot too, so I do want to say,
Hi, Nick from
I didn't think about that either. Suri has made it. That has to suck. You make it to final. You make it to Final 4, Final 3, and Final 5. And not
across
even
multiple shows.
yeah.
Yeah, how
She-
dare people think she's a threat? Like, I don't. I can't
Yeah.
see it.
And
She-
she's
she-
the sole winner of the traitors. What the, like, why do they think she's like some sort of traitor?
She's not. I'd be out there being like, she's not a threat. She hasn't won yet, so
You
like,
don't understand.
She hasn't won,
She hasn't
Survivor
won
yet.
this game.
Yeah, like y'all are giving her way too much credit. It's that's what I'd be out there. It's just luck that she's out here this long. Like she's just glad to be here.
Mm-hmm. She got
Y'all
off the couch and she played Survivor, and we just don't even need to worry about her. We should
Y'all
just
are
look
Get off
away.
the couch.
Y'all are forgetting that she got voted out 4th in Heroes versus Villains. Like she's not that good. That's
She's
what
terrible.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that was the last time she played, I think.
yeah.
Haven't seen her since.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, nobody's heard
Even
from her.
production doesn't want her to win. They got her out at Final 5.
Exactly.
Or 6.
Mary
or
did
whatever.
say, Mary, we did drag the Zack Brown nonsense. Don't worry. Mary also says Jonathan gives nothing. I agree, and also I think I
does give
see
nothing.
Jack Matthews every time with Jonathan still, and that kind of makes me have like an altered opinion too of him. And I got to get over that. But his voice and the way he looks, I just can't not see, which makes me get bad feelings. So I'll work on that. Nick Firmstone said, "OMG, so you're saying D will give her idol to Queen Genevieve Shallow this season, like JT?"
I mean, if D wants to do that like JT did, then like we could take that, cause I'm okay with that. But we're not.
She gives
there's
it to
no
Rizzo.
JT slander on this. I would take that too. There's no JT slander in this house.
Okay. This is David versus Goliath trio. Mary also said take on Q flopping. Would you qualify Q's, I don't know, time on Survivor 50 as flopping?
I feel like
I
he stayed just
enjoyed
long
Q.
enough.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I think he did better than I thought he would, which I feel like says a lot considering he got like 19th place.
Yeah, we also said that he was going to get out. I think we all agreed that he was going to be the first one voted out.
We
either her
did.
or
That's
Jeanette
what
or
I
something.
mean. Like
Yeah.
he wasn't 24th. Like
Yeah.
he lasted a little longer than I thought. I mean, so I don't know if I really consider it like flopping or not, I guess. But
Would you how would you compare it to his first season? Because I haven't seen that. I just know there's a compilation of like him and Tiffany getting pissed off at each other.
Well, his first season,
but other than that, I don't know.
his first season, he tried to quit. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's a little bit better than that.
yeah. I feel like in this, I feel like he had better alliance structures. I guess I feel like he had a better head on his shoulders. um, versus that season. I feel like even the first few weeks, like I just thought he was gonna be a regular guy, just like going with the flow kind of thing, or like or not going with the flow, but just like leading an alliance type of thing. But then come merge, he just went batshit crazy and just like all of a sudden wanted to target his own allies and then wanted to quit and then he got an idol and then he got voted out with the I I feel it's hard. I mean, it's hard to say it too because like he didn't make it as far as he did last time, but I don't know. I feel like it was a better game than last time in my head at least. I don't know if Nick agrees, but
I think it was. I think he was more gamey than he was his first season. Like, I feel like he was more of a character the first time he was on the show, as opposed to this season. I feel like he was a little bit more like he leaned a little bit more into like the game side of things as opposed to like being a character. I want to say. So I guess it depends on like what you look for in Survivor. I think he was more entertaining the first time he was on the show than he was this time. But
you can cancel Christmas.
yeah.
Yeah, you could cancel Christmas if you think those three
Yeah.
if those three are gonna continue or that trio is gonna continue. I did like that line. I thought Q was really great TV for the time that we got to see him.
I
So
think he's good TV.
and
I
I
would
agree
love-
with you like that like it seemed like he was very into like the gamey like the numbers game of it all in his exit interview. Like he was really wanting to hyper like really emphasize that he like was thinking those things. And so I don't know, even I think even Rob in the interview was just like, well, look at you go, Q, as he was like going through the scenarios. So I thought that was kind of funny from him. But
I just
but
wanted
yeah,
to
I
see
enjoyed
the
him.
I just wanted to see the reaction of Mike joining him right after right after that, since he was the one to really go for Q, wasn't he?
Yeah, other than like Q being to Ozzy on his way out being like, was this you? And
Oh
I was just
yeah.
like, yeah. Yeah, it was me. Okay. I guess it was Ozzy. Ozzy was doing it for the cameras. Oh, I guess I should play that clip. I did. This is from Mike Bloom's interview.
I was shocked because as much as Coach say he didn't open his mouth, it was an agreement. Everybody was in agreement. And then even it was a time where Coach was going for the key by himself, and we both was like, "Hey, dude, if you knock it off, we're not gonna steal." He was like, "All right, cool." And so it was a thing until it wasn't a thing. And here's the problem: I do not have a problem with what Coach did. I just have a problem with how he presented it after the fact. If you're gonna steal the key, stay, hey, ha, I got you, stole the key. Don't come back and say, oh, well, I didn't know anything about the gentleman's agreement and I'm playing Survivor. And don't do that, man. Come on. Just admit you stole the key. It is what it is. Boom, move on. But don't bring up all the honor and integrity stuff when you just pulled that move. So that's what kind of ticked me off and pissed me off. But then later on, once me and Ozzy got back together, and this is what I really hate because I don't do this ever, never. Everything that you see on screen from me is just me being myself and authentic.
Right.
When I get back with Ozzy, and I'm like, "Yo, how you think you're gonna play this thing with Coach?" And Ozzy, he was like, "Oh, I just did it for the cameras." I'm like, "What? Y'all people think like that? Y'all do that?"
Interesting.
That is so
I really
funny.
looked
I
for the
didn't see
Ozzy
that
part,
clip.
but yeah.
That's
I-
good.
So now everything Ozzy does, I'm just gonna be like, are we getting on White Lotus? What are we doing? Are we
Mhm.
what is our end game here? Are we Oscar or are we
Maybe.
just we doing PR?
He's Oscar versus Ozzy.
Ooh.
Who are we getting today?
Tens of people are waiting to find out. Yeah. I don't have much more to say about Q other than like didn't have a vote in the swap tribe that was not interested
Yeah.
in keeping him around. And Mike's only reasoning we really heard was just like he's a dominant force. If I went against him at a vote, I don't know what would happen, which like lame reasoning kind of, but that's really Nick Firmstone wants to talk about Mark Ballas, I think. Yeah, I haven't
Mark
seen much of
Ballas
Mark
is-
Ballas in season 50
he's-
yet.
Yeah, he's still in that castle trying to figure out who the traitor was. So
He's on that pool table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we think that Mike White is going to be brought back again?
For Survivor?
No. Yeah. Yes. Big Brother.
No, absolutely. Oh, no, absolutely not. I don't think he's maybe like the Traitors or something like that, but I don't think we're gonna see Mike White on Survivor again. He's done Amazing Race twice. He's done Survivor twice. Do we need more of him?
Sounds like Nick doesn't want more of him. But no, I was just wondering. I liked him this season.
I don't dislike him, but I just feel like what else? I don't know. What else can he give us?
I don't really care to see Mike White again. I think he can do it. We've seen him on 2 seasons of The Amazing Race. We've seen him on 2 seasons of Survivor. I feel like there was another thing that he was on that I'm forgetting, but between those 2 shows, I feel like
Something
feel
about like a
we've seen a lot.
lotus, and maybe it's like white
I know
or
that
something
one,
like that.
and I know he's in a lot of movies.
it's-
I meant as himself. I
think it's
meant as him.
I think he meant Locust.
Right, the locust.
Oh
The
my
locust.
God.
What was it called? The
Shut
Locust
up! No,
Resort or something
Yeah.
like that.
Stop it. No. It's been too long. I actually hadn't really thought about that name specifically in too long. And wait, which mastermind was it that put that one together? Was it Frankie Grande? Was he the mastermind for that one?
Probably because he was the most evil of them.
Yeah.
Jeff Probst is kind of like the mastermind, but on every season. At the end, he's just like, it was
Yes.
me again. All right. And I said it like a million times, but what else do we want to? We didn't talk about Colby a lot. I feel like he's also someone that doesn't seem to be like in
I don't forget
trouble.
Colby's here. That's crazy.
But he was so like a part of everything the first couple episodes. It kind of seems like they had him take a back seat for these 2. But then again, like he hasn't been at one tribal yet, has he? Right?
No, he
No.
still doesn't. He still doesn't have a vote.
Yeah, he still doesn't have a vote. It says it on the graphic. That's correct.
Yeah.
Now, I see. This is another thing too, where I think Nick was talking about, like the lose your vote thing is just terrible. Because, like, yeah, people like this who might, I don't know if Coach Dustin, who might make it to merge and then still doesn't have a vote.
From like
Like-
5 episodes ago. Like that's ridiculous.
He lost his vote whenever Savannah was still in the game. That feels
Mhm.
like a while ago.
Yeah, they were playing Jenga together. To lose that vote, which does feel like
Also-
a while ago. You're right.
He lost it in the premiere, I think, which is like
Yeah, it was before Kyle
Yeah.
left, because it was a
Mhm.
weird note. It was a weird note to go off of.
Yeah, it was that like that awkward extension of the episode that they did. Okay. Yeah, but I still feel like they're showing him to be the hero that they really wanted to build him up to be,
Yeah.
and also within this tribe, it doesn't seem like they want us to focus on anything outside of the Aubrey and Genevieve feud. And then again, we see him and Joe and Coach. I feel like are tight, or
Yeah.
who is it? Colby
Mhm.
and
Oh,
Joe
yeah.
specifically
That's
that
the
said
honor
they
and
were
security
excited to work
alliance.
together.
I forgot to talk. Joe, you were the reason why I wanted to come back. You reinvigorated the loyalty and honor in this game, the
I forgot
integrity
about
that you
that,
brought.
too.
And I was like,
Mhm.
ugh. Just, I wanted to throw up. I was just like, Coach, like, I know you're hamming it up, but this is just too much. Like, Joe is not God. Like, that's just the reason why your cults exist. I wonder if he's gonna start a Joe cult where like they just worship Joe.
Coach starts the Joe cult. Yeah. Pretty much. No, this tribe is not going to work out like that, thankfully. But you're right. I'd forgotten about that too, Zach. But yeah, Joe is just simply the guy from the fried chicken and waffles season. So.
That was Camilla. Let's not get off our neck either. Like
Oh, and Camilla was there, and
Mhm.
Camilla is not on this tribe with Joe. Let's get that straight.
because they would definitely be working together.
Mm-hmm.
I just needed all the women to vote out the men on this tribe. It'd be perfect.
No.
It's not going to happen, unfortunately.
It's not.
There is no reason to indicate that Colby, Coach, or Joe have like any trouble at this in this tribe, at least.
Not
So,
happening.
Joe might. I don't know. Maybe if we swap again and Joe ends up back in the graces of Rick Devens, maybe Rick Devens can have like be Genevieve and go around and be like, Joe did this. Me and Joe argued. Me and
Joe
had a
called me
big
out
fight.
for Joe called me out for not saying something that was
Yeah.
definitely true.
Joe called me out for a lie, and then we had a fight that they didn't put in the episode for some reason, and then we had to talk about it at Tribal in a real like passive aggressive way.
Also, we didn't talk about the most excited Colby's ever been on a show whenever he wins that Zack Brown award, and he's like, "Whoa!" And it's like,
He-
Oh my
yeah.
God.
And then him and Joe had like a very like I don't know, it felt too
Cry?
broy.
yeah. And they're like, "Oh, Zack Brown, like this is amazing. Like it just puts you in the perspective of things. Like we're just all chickens waiting to be fried. We're just all, this game. Like you, it's just like a cold beer that you just want to enjoy over and over again. Like not on a Wednesday night, on a Friday night, and it just feels right." And the radio's on, and On Fire with Jeff Probst is all the way up. Like it's just amazing.
Oh my God.
Or what was Jeff Probst's rock song that he made
No.
before
Oh,
the
yeah.
season?
No.
Yeah, Zach Brown. And my toes may be in the water, but is my ass really in the sand? You made me really
I
ponder
have
these
had
things in
enough.
life.
No. I want to say what I hope happens on this blue tribe.
Please tell me.
It's
So
not gonna happen.
it probably isn't, but I think it would be kind of dumb of them to dogpile on Aubrey, right? Like, do we really think we're playing season 50 and they're not going to be like, maybe we should split the votes? So my hope is that they split the votes on Aubrey and Tiffany, and that Aubrey does play the idol and Tiffany ends up going home.
Wow.
But the problem, why is that a wow? I have absolutely no problem with that. After she goes and tells Aubrey that she's the target, that's what happens. And it can happen because if if Colby doesn't have his vote, right? So think about it. If Aubrey and Tiffany vote Genevieve together, Genevieve and Chrissy vote Aubrey together, Coach and Joe vote Tiffany together. Boom, it's a 2-2-2. So it's definitely possible that it can happen.
I guess my thing is, what incentivizes Joe to want to do that against Aubrey?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I feel like we haven't gotten enough content from that tribe other than them, like Aubrey and Genevieve, not liking each other and Tiffany telling Aubrey that, about that information. That's why I feel like there's like something. And meanwhile, too, like, remember what I was saying about like the people who get idled out typically don't really get an edit. I feel like Tiffany has not really had an edit so far. So it's like.
Actually, Zack Brown is going to come in and join that tribe.
I mean,
Right.
based on the edit, Zach Brown has way more of a chance to make a game move than other players in this game because he has way
Maybe
more
Zack
screen
Brown
time
has the
to-
winner edit. Like,
I still think 'cause weren't
potentially.
you-
They only showed him in a good light.
Well, Nick, weren't you the one that said that Aubrey and Chrissy had a type of relationship before the game?
I do think that they did have a relationship before the game.
And I feel like Coach is gonna go wherever Chrissy kind of wants, or like at least somewhat, like as long as she's dialed back and not being
Mhm.
too much, apparently. But and then I mean, it doesn't matter where Colby goes, so
Right.
Tiffany is probably gonna go with Aubrey. I feel like it's really gonna be up to Joe.
I mean, I wish we had confessionals from Chrissy to say what she's thinking. I wish we had like confessionals from these people to say what they're thinking, but instead we have them crying over Zach Brown. It's like, I don't care. I want to know what you're thinking about the tribe. Like, again, it's like Joe, we've heard about this whole like loyalty and honor and integrity alliance and all this crap, whatever. But like, who does Joe dislike on the tribe? Who would Joe want to vote out? We don't know. There's like been no indication of like what people would like to do other than Genevieve and Aubrey disliking each other. So it's hard.
Yeah,
Because I
which
do
means
think
if,
Chrissy and Aubrey do have like a relationship from before the game. I did forget about that, but they haven't like even shown them like interacting with each other, I feel like.
There's
yeah,
a
I
breast
can't really
cancer
remember.
thing, or the
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but that was
yeah,
it.
they had that conversation
Yeah.
and maybe with was it really again, I can't remember who was included when Aubrey was like,
It
can we have
it
like a
was
girls talk?
It was
yeah,
Genevieve.
it was Genevieve and Chrissy.
It was just Genevieve and Chrissy.
Genevieve,
Okay,
Chrissy,
cool.
and
Thank
Aubrey.
you.
Yeah, it was all three of them. So
Yeah, I like where your head's at though, Nick. Are you saying like Tiffany is gonna be this no edit idled out but in kind of a different way where it's just being Aubrey's ally and kind of like getting a stray bullet in this
Yeah.
case?
mhm.
Okay. But I don't know. I feel like Genevieve's gonna end up going. If Aubrey, it depends on if Aubrey can pull another vote or two. Then she might not even have to like try that hard. I don't know.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, again, we don't know have enough from this tribe to even indicate like if someone like Coach is willing to go with Aubrey because we saw him talking to Genevieve in that montage and everything, and maybe I'm forgetting some stuff, but yeah, I can't. It's hard to make even a guess besides like Genevieve going for me right now.
Yeah. I love Nick Firmstone saying Tiffany getting the Chelsea edit from Ghost Island, emphasis on the ghost. And I stand Chelsea despite her ghost edit.
Of course.
Zach, who do you
So-
think's going out if this tribe goes to tribal council? We have 2 tribal councils next episode, right?
We do.
I believe in the
Yeah.
preview.
Genevieve.
Okay.
I don't want it to happen for no one attack me, but I don't want it to happen. I wish they would work together and just vote out like Joe or
Zach
something.
just gets swarmed
Disclaimer.
by people
Yeah.
in the background of his.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna come through that door.
It's just it's like World War Z. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any preface in this because we don't have it like spoiled or anything like before the swap. But like, do y'all think they're gonna swap again, like in next episode?
Not next episode, no.
No, I think
They've
they
only
want
been in the
one more
tribes for
opportunity.
they've only been in the tribes for 2 rounds.
Oh my god! So that means Orange isn't gonna lose. Orange is not gonna lose. So that means
Well, if Orange doesn't lose, then that means we get to keep Suri around, hopefully for
Yeah.
another swap.
that's true, but that means more than likely Angelina's gonna go.
Yeah, well, okay, well, let's talk about that, I guess. So,
If I lose Angelina and Genevieve in the same episode, it's over. Like it's a wrap. Don't ever expect to hear from me again. Like
yeah, could we see? Well, I really am curious what Ozzy's gonna do in reaction to this blind side of him, especially having an idol. Is he gonna feel like, I don't know? What if he is like not vibing with them enough to where they just try to vote him out of the next tribal? But they'd really be. I mean, and especially if they're counting on another swap, they probably wouldn't care to get rid of him at that point.
And I just don't see Emily wanting to get rid of him either.
Emily was ready to get
I don't
rid of
know
him a couple
why.
episodes ago.
I
feel like
yeah, that's the
Emily
thing. I don't know
will go
why.
wherever the wind blows. In my
Yeah.
opinion, like I feel like she would still vote Ozzy out.
I feel like next episode we're gonna see Emily go up. This was Christian's idea, like for why Mike is gone, and Emily's gonna have Ozzy's loyalty and stuff.
Well, yeah. Sorry, I just thought
you're
I was
good.
gonna ask to keep talking about like Christian being a potential target because I hadn't even thought about like maybe people would just take this opportunity to get him
Well,
out too.
that's-
But
who would even lead that charge besides Ozzy? Obviously,
yeah, you'd have to count on Emily wanting to flip on him again, which I mean she would gladly do. I feel like
and I just don't
Angelina's
think
gonna be pissed.
Yeah, and I don't see why she wouldn't want to get out Christian because Angelina's already said that she doesn't. She didn't really have a relationship with Christian, so I don't see a world where they don't. Besides Emily not wanting it, so then Ozzy wouldn't. But I don't see a world where Ozzy, Angelina, and Stephanie don't want to take out Christian.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities. And then there's also Stephanie, who is again just there, just there.
I could see Stephanie getting like defaulted to the vote too, in a way. I mean, I said that last round too, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's definitely possible because I feel like Christian's not going to want to vote for Emily or Angelina. And I feel like Emily and Angelina have that thing going. And if you know, Zach is saying, right, like he doesn't think Emily's going to want to vote for Ozzy. It's like, does anyone have a strong, like, I'm not going to vote for Stephanie? I don't think
doubt it.
so. Yeah.
Because, yeah. I mean, I will be honest.
And I feel like
I'm not too
Angelina and
positive
Ozzy are
on
gonna
a
wanna,
lot of
like,
people.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think Angelina and Ozzy are going to want to stick together because they were both just left out.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see it like going towards Steph.
Well, let's each make a prediction for this one. Actually, I think it would be fun to make a prediction of the 2 tribes you think they're gonna go to tribal and who's gonna get voted out. I'll start. I think it is. I think Zach, you are predicting correct. I think it's gonna be Orange that wins their challenge, and we'll see Genevieve, and I'm kind of leaning Stephanie. Just I don't know. I feel like Stephanie could go here. Maybe Ozzy uses an idol in this scenario somehow. That would be fun. But I don't feel confident about predicting anything with that tribe. But I'll say Genevieve and Stephanie are gonna go in this next episode. Either can go.
I debating if I want to be crazy or not.
Be crazy, because what if you're right?
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna say blue is gonna win. To be different. I'm gonna say blue is gonna win. And then I'm gonna say on pink, Stephanie is gonna go. And then on orange, I think Charlie is gonna go.
Okay. I like it. For the record, I would have said I think
was some,
Cherie
like,
would still go on orange if I did have to predict.
I mean, yes, but she's Cerie, so I feel like she's good at getting herself out of things, first of all. And I feel like the preview was like eerily trying to set something up between like the Rizzo Charlie stuff.
Also, we're not.
It is
thinking,
going to come. He said Operation Bad Blood, I believe, unfortunately.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, one thing we're not thinking about is that I think also in Rick's eyes too, like he would want to keep Suri around because if they're still going to be on the tribe after this, like who's the next biggest threat after Cherie on that tribe?
And he's the only one left from like old school.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to want to try to keep her. And I feel like Rizzo will want to too.
They met.
Yeah.
They had a
Yeah,
pregame
met.
alliance. They had a Zoom call.
And then that's all they need because Suri has her extra vote.
Exactly. So I think Nick, you're right. I think Charlie goes. I don't see a reason why any of them want him to go.
Get him out of here!
I would love that. It would be that would be an episode I'm super excited to talk about if Charlie ends up going in the scenario. If Sari, with her first advantage in Survivor history, uses it to like her full abilities, would be
That's
amazing.
how Rick Devens can earn my stand card, by doing something like that. I would
Rizzo just
finally
needs to find out.
rank him higher than like bottom 3.
Yeah, this would be a great tribe to go to tribal council, Orange. Like I would be very excited to see them try to figure out all of this, just because which means they're going to be the one that wins probably. But but they were setting up a lot of really interesting storylines with Suri, with Charlie and Rizzo. It's just like, give us something to work with. And then Rick Devens he knows that there's a fake idol at tribal council. Maybe that somehow comes into play as well.
Oh, I forgot about that too, but yeah.
So yeah, we have a bluff from Rizzo and we have a fake idol play from Rick Devens in the same tribal council.
Oh my god.
And Charlie is just bamboozled.
Camilla's there also probably.
Doing nothing.
Or I also don't see why they don't go for Camilla either. So, I mean,
True.
I would rather Charlie.
I mean,
because I feel
same,
like
but
Camilla has potential.
I wouldn't be
For
too mad if
me-
they went for Camilla either.
For me, from Orange, it would be Camilla. No, wait, Camilla. It'd be Charlie. I think Charlie goes in that tribe. Unfortunately, I think Genevieve goes in blue and then in magenta, pink. I think Angelina. I don't want it to be Angelina.
No.
I
I
don't
don't
want
see
it.
them. If they go to
I'd-
tribal again, there's no way they're not. There's no way they're gonna go to a tribal after that. I just don't see them trying to take that opportunity.
think
to
after
get, like,
this is
Ozzy or
merge.
Christian.
I think after this is
No.
merge.
Merge. There's so much people. There's literally gonna be 17 people left after this.
They can still do a triple at merge, or they can split or whatever. You know what I
They're
mean?
not gonna merge
Mergatory.
at 17. That's way too early. Like,
So what they're gonna? Oh, they'll swap again.
probably.
Okay, I can see that. One thing
Think about it. Every single season in the 40s was like 18 people. That would be after the first boot. They're
Yeah.
gonna merge them. That's way too much.
Nick Firmstone says
triple
triple
eviction.
eviction. Oh no, I put up the graphic.
they
I feel like
show
we've
up-
already joked about Jeff Probst accidentally having like a triple eviction sign behind him or something,
Yes.
being like, "Oh no."
So one thing I did want to see is that I want to look back right because we're almost when's half 20 like 12, so we're not. I feel like
We're nowhere near half.
I want to at least look at our predictions so far of where we thought things were gonna go
Okay.
on this.
Oh, I see.
So sorry, it's black. I didn't.
That's
time to
really
change it.
fine. This is
So
great.
first off, we have Jenna. Do y'all remember what y'all said?
I feel like I said pre-merge for Jenna.
I don't.
We got it all right. Everyone said
Wow.
pre-merge.
I hate that we're doing this. I hated my picks.
I did too, because I feel like I wasn't really paying attention to how many people.
I ran out of
picking.
merge picks so fast.
You did. Also, it's supposed to say season 8. My bad.
It's okay.
Um,
Let's keep going.
Colby. Y'all said merge. I said pre-merge. There's still hope. It's supposed to be
Yep.
season 8. But then Stephanie. Barrett said merge. I said merge. And Nick said finale.
Oh,
So you better hope,
Paul. Yeah, still in contention.
Nick.
Lord.
Next is Suri. Y'all said pre-merge. And I said finale.
Because she's literally like the head of the whole show. Yes, I still stand by it. She's probably gonna.
Haters. She's still around. She's got to make it. Ozzy. We also pre-merge.
I really need him to get out with that eye on his pocket in this coming episode. I think.
That's crazy.
And then Coach. Y'all said pre-merge and I said
Yeah.
finale. I don't think he's
Coach is
going
gonna be
anytime soon.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Good for Colton in chat with a K, not Underwood.
Me being a real hater from the jump.
Aubrey. Barrett said merge. Nick said pre-merge and I said finale.
This is a true battle for who
Yeah.
predicted
It
Aubrey.
really is.
Chrissy. We all said merge. So I
Period.
feel
We
like there's a
believed.
possibility. Angelina, y'all said finale. I said pre-merge.
Oh god!
Wow.
I knew I
Wow.
was so scared for my
I
first
have faith
finale.
in
I didn't remember
her.
who it was.
I have real good faith in her.
Next is Mike, I think, or Christian. Oh,
Merge.
yeah.
See, I should have wasted a finale on him based on his edits so far. This is
Me
the
and
order we
Barrett say
picked in, right?
merge.
I think they're
Yeah, like the
alphabet.
order. Yeah, that we
Okay.
showed. That I showed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So. And
Oh,
then
yeah, they're in
Nick is
season order, I
pre-merge.
think.
Yeah. Mike. Ooh. Me
God,
and
my mind.
Wow.
me and
Not mine.
Barrett both saying pre-merge and Nick saying merge. White Lotus. Rick Devins. All
God,
me and
that's such
Barrett
a
said
good pick
merge.
by me
And
again.
Nick pre-merge. Jonathan Young. Me and Barrett merge, and then Nick finale.
Nick City, a big Jonathan stan?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I did not say I was a stan, honey.
Interesting. Just that's
I
crazy.
said he was
That's-
gonna be dragged as a goat. So
Still
Mm.
possibility.
Instead, he's a duck in the water.
Yeah. D. Y'all said pre-merge, and I
oh,
said
we
merge.
ate with that Barrett. We ate like
Yeah, that was more emotion into going into it than anything. I think for me, no, I like D preseason. I thought, but I'm not really enjoying her so far.
Yeah. Emily. We all said merge.
I would
feel
put a
like there's a good
finale on
chance.
Emily flipping now. Yeah,
Yeah. Still a possibility.
queen.
Me and Nick
Period.
said pre-merge
Get him
to
out of
Charlie.
here. Get him out.
Barrett said merge. Wow.
I don't mind if he goes. I'll be wrong on this.
We all said pre-merge to Q, so we all got it right.
We're so smart.
We ate.
Barrett said
Tiffany.
merge for Tiffany. I said merge, and then Nick said finale.
Okay,
Cool.
bold.
I don't know about that anymore. I retract that statement.
Next is the mother.
Yeah.
We all said finale for
mother.
Genevieve.
Well, we picked her as our winner picks.
We did.
I think, yeah, y'all did. I said she was gonna go merge. There's
but
still a
I wouldn't do that
possibility.
again.
Yeah, me neither.
We all said finale for Joe.
I don't know about that now.
Yeah.
I don't want it, and I don't think it'll happen. So
All three of us said finale.
we had to pick finales for somebody at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camilla. Barrett said
No,
finale.
take that.
We
I
both
don't
said
want.
merge.
I didn't mean.
I
that.
don't even want merge anymore. Like, get her out of here.
Colton said Q was the freeze face. That's so funny.
He was.
And next is Kyle. Me and Nick said pre-merge, and Barrett said merge.
I feel like we should have an asterisk next to this one for me.
I guess we can do that. Because I feel like he would have made merge regardless. I don't see a world where he goes pre-merge.
Yeah, I think he would have went a lot deeper.
We all said finale for Rizzo.
That was really
Oh.
bold of all three of us.
Yeah. Why did we all do that?
That's crazy. Like,
Zach, us picking all of these in alphabetical order without just listing them all out like in front of us beforehand is insane. But this is kind of funny.
yeah.
And then next, Savannah. Nick said finale, and me and Nick, or Barrett said finale, and me and Nick said pre-merge.
I was out
Wow.
of merges. I think I don't think I had anybody else for merge.
Yeah, I think you had a lot of people going to merge.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
I was like pretty right, I think, for most of those. So it's okay if we want to say I was doing the best. But I'm not really doing the best in the draft. I have Kyle and Q that are out. I got Genevieve that's
might
about to be
lose-
out.
Genevieve, Tiffany, or Charlie.
Yep.
Or even
Yep.
Camilla.
Yeah. I gotta say, still impressive. I picked Tiffany, Camilla, and D, who ended up being like the evil trio together.
Yeah.
But
All in a row.
yeah, I don't think anybody in here could be in trouble anytime soon. Nick, your team's doing pretty solid. I think.
yes. Stephanie, I guess, is kind of like in a
Yeah.
little bit of hot water. But
Yeah,
Maybe Emily would be
I don't think
fine.
Anyone else?
Joe seems okay. Ozzy's got an idol. Chrissy seems better. Colby seems solid. Jonathan seems a little bit scarily solid. And then Zach,
kinda
you've
hate
got only Savannah and Mike that have been eliminated, but you still got Aubrey, who has an idol. You got Saru, who might be in trouble. You got Devins, who knows where a fake idol is. You got Christian, who's the main character of the show now, and then Angelina. That's a great team, honestly. All of their eliminations will be entertaining to watch at the very least, if none of them win the game.
yeah.
So
I just
They're
need
all
Angelina to
like
pull through.
old school, except
Yeah.
Savannah.
Oh, I did.
I
What was
didn't
wrong with
realize that.
y'all?
Barrett
I
picks
just I
all
felt
like
I was banking on a
um
sweep.
yeah, Barrett picks only new school. And Charlie, no,
Yeah,
Charlie's even new school. Literally
Yeah,
only new school.
I'm
it
eating my
makes
words
sense.
now, which is better for the show probably.
It makes sense. It was his first recent season.
It's all I know. Yeah, I have to see. I can only see Savannah and Rizzo in the finale.
Right.
Anything else we want to talk about? I think we're about done, or I am at least. Oh wait,
Yeah,
that's
we
not the
still
right
have
one.
our. I mean, we still. You two still had Genevieve as your winner picks, and I had Aubrey.
Yeah, I
I'm sticking
don't
with
agree with it
Aubrey.
now. If
Yeah,
I had to
Genevieve is not
change,
my pick.
I really do like the Emily theory. I don't mind that. I don't know if it's
Hey,
gonna be her though.
I don't think so either.
I unfortunately think it'll be someone like Jonathan.
Ugh.
I don't want
No.
it. I don't want that. I think it will be. It'll be like Jonathan or I mean honestly Colby. I can't remember who pointed out Colby earlier. I think Colby is gonna get really far too. But
Someone did say Colby too in chat.
what do y'all think of what do y'all think of Christian? Do you think that this is like a
Nope.
long-standing time? You think he's gonna go fairly soon?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I don't think it's a winner edit. I think it's too obvious of a winner edit if it is a winner edit, quote unquote. I don't think it is. I think he's the main character. It's giving merge boot. It's giving like something around there. I feel like the people who make the merge and are the merge boot have like a big edit pre-merge. And that's what I see like Christian right now.
I could see that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Kind of like how Say was.
Yeah, exactly like that. Like Say had like a billion confessionals and was like the only person speaking and then was like the merge boot.
Well, she was the only
So,
person with like brain. So
yeah, no, she wasn't even the merge boot. She was pre-merge.
she was mergatory, wasn't
Because
she?
I don't remember if she was mergatory or not, but I remember that
Let
there
me
was
see.
the other guy from her tribe was the last one left. Or Mary.
Yeah, Mary.
Yeah. Winner pick. That's a really tough question. I like don't even know how to answer that.
That's
Because
fair.
I
There are
feel
still like 19 people or whatever.
I know there's too many people. Maybe Ozzy.
Oh, please, no.
No, yeah, it was
Please don't.
mergatory. It was mergatory, yeah. That Say was the last vote before jury, or was the last one before jury started, but she was in mergatory.
Mm.
Benny says Ozzy has the winner at it. Don't like that.
I don't
I mean,
know.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't like it if you're right.
I like Ozzy now. Well, I've always liked Ozzy, but
Of
I know
course
that
you
that's
have.
not a popular opinion. So
I don't like hate him. I just think he's kind
It's
of
like a
like
disease.
there to me.
he,
Yeah.
I think he's a good character.
Sure.
Do you still think he should
Sure.
have? Do you still think he deserved a spot on this season? Well, yeah, I guess.
On this
so.
season, yeah. I think Ozzy is like an iconic Survivor player. So yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he's about
No.
to have his acting career started again.
That's right. It's gonna get
Just like
revamped.
Joe.
Well, apparently he's playing it up for the cameras. He's already doing it.
Yeah. Joe
called
also got a role
acting.
in that Netflix movie or whatever it is.
Oh,
Show or
yeah.
whatever it was.
Random. All right. Can we be done?
Yeah.
Sure.
I agree with Colton. I'm ready for BB. But
Me
also,
too.
we're almost there. It's only like 4 more months. Yay.
Almost.
All right, let me get Islands in the Stream, which is a way more fitting song for this coverage. And we'll see if I get to hear it this time or y'all get to hear it, and I don't. So just let me know if you start to hear it play. I hear it this time. Yay. Thank you all so much for joining us. I hope this was fun. We'll be back again to talk about more Survivor. We'll have 2 more tribal councils to talk about our next time. And in the meantime, feel free to click on any of those links in the description below to keep up with us. And like this video, subscribe to the channel. That would help us out a ton. And yeah, thank you, Nick. Thank you, Zach, for talking Survivor with me, making me know more about Survivor every day. Whether I like it or not. But yeah, we will thank you everyone who was in chat yet again. We will see you next week. And yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but maybe not. Oh well. Bye y'all. Oh wait, Zach, that's what I'm forgetting. Said the thing you always say.
Oh, perception is reality. Our reality.
Bye everybody.